Hello everyone, this is Fawad. Welcome to Future on Cloud. In this video, I am going to show you how you can configure local account password solution. What is Labs? What is the business requirement? The Labs is basically a local account password solution which help you to randomly generate a local account password. Whenever we set up a new servers or computer, most of the time IT guys use a common password for the local account administration. This account is usually use a backdoor by the administrator for the software installation or for troubleshooting. Most of the time, this password is non-complex and well known as well. Like as I have given example password or the company name at 123. This is the local account password which normally we use to configure. Uh, like when someone leaves the company, we used to disable their account or reset the domain account password, but no one bothered to change the local account password because it's a complex procedure. If you have more than 100 or 200 virtual machines, it would be really difficult to change their password one by one. So Labs is the solution which help you to change the local account password. It's a free tool provided by the Microsoft, and you don't need to go to every machine to set the local accounts password. It will randomly change the password based on the policy whatever you have configured on that directory. So it's quite simple procedure. So first of all, you need to download the labs from the Microsoft, then install the labs on the Active Directory. Then these are the steps like extend the schema, then set up the permissions. Then you have to define a policy to install the client side extensions on each virtual machine. Then you have to specify the policy and which kind of policy you wanted to implement in order to change the password policy and the complexity requirement. And then at the end, we will do the testing. So let's jump into our lab environment. I have created a lab environment in VMware Workstation. For the demo purpose, I have created one Active Directory, one client with Windows Server 2022, and one with Windows 10. Right. So I have taken remote desktop of all these machines. So this is my Active Directory domain controller. As you can see, the machine name is FOCDC, and this is my Windows Server 2022, and the name is FileSRV, and this is my Windows 10 machine. Client 10 is the VM name. All these two machines are part of domain. Let me show you. This is my Active Directory. The domain name is foc.local. FOC is Future on Cloud, my channel name, foc.local. And these are the computers which are already part of this domain. FileServe and Client 10. Right now, I logged in on these machines with the local account which I have created. So now our task is to reset their password with, with the specified interval. So it will be in a hashing form. You will not be able to log in with your native credential which you have specified during the installation. So now these credentials will be managed through the labs. I have specified these steps. After this video, I will paste these commands which I am going to use in this video in the video description. So you can easily copy paste these commands. So it will help you to configure these labs. So first of all, you need to download the labs from the Microsoft site, as I have already downloaded this from the Microsoft site. So in Google, just type download labs. So you will end it up on this page. Then click on download. Then from here, click on this labs. Then click next. It will start the downloading. So I have already downloaded, so I just need to keep it in this system. So I have created a shared folder and paste it here inside this folder. So let me take this out. Now our next step is to install the labs on Active Directory, step 2. Double click on it, execute it, click next, accept the agreement, and you need to install on entire feature will be installed on the local drive, yes, and admin password extension you need to remove it. Otherwise, what it will do, it will reset the password of your local account as well. So which we don't want. We don't want to reset the password of our Active Directory, but we want to reset the password of our client machines. Click next and install. As the installation has been completed, so now our next step is extend the schema. In order to do that, need to run PowerShell with admin privileges. Now just import this PowerShell module. Now execute this command. Prior to run this command, I wanted to show you something. Just go to the objects as it is not showing here. So just click on view, then click on advanced features. Now it will show you the objects as well. Attribute editors. So here you need to check admin password and the password expiry. But right now it will not show here. It comes under ms-admin, but ms-admin is not here. So let us execute these commands. So it has successfully updated the schema. So let's verify it again. Refresh, click on file server, attribute, just expand it. Dash MSC should be there. Name. We close it and open it again. It should show the permissions. This one, ms.msc admin password and ms.msc password expiry. So once it is done, we will set the permissions. So before setting the permission, you have to organize your organization unit. Like I have one file server, which is from Windows Server side, and one client machine, which is from Windows 10. So I will create a new organization unit and name it FOC server, and create another organization unit and name it FOC client. So after creating these unit, I will move this FOC file server into the server unit and FOC client into the client unit. Right now, client is in FOC client. It is Windows 10 and FOC server is Windows 2022. So once it is done, then we will set the permissions so that the labs can reset the passwords. The next one is for the client. Now we need to assign the permissions. First of all, we will see who has permission to view the password. As you can see, the domain admins has the right to view their passwords on files on FOC servers. And likewise, if we find it for the clients, so the domain admin has the right to view the password. So if so my domain admins are administrator and this user Fawad. To go the member, so this is the administrator. You can create a separate organization unit, like in my case, IT support, and move concern, user concern, IT support guys into this group. And you can set or define a permissions so that the IT support users FOC server. Let me type it manually. Set. So this command, what it will do, it will assign permission to IT supports so that they can also view the passwords. check where is the issue. Set admin password read permission. Identity FOC server dash allow principals IT support. So this IT support supposed to be a security group, not an OU. IT support. So let's try it now. Yes. So it is not an OU, it is a security group. So let's remove it. Now we need anyway. I have specified a check accidental deletion, so that's why I'm not able to delete it, but now it should delete. Okay. So whoever is part of this IT support group will see. Let me make myself member of this group. So once we now with this command, we can verify. As you can see, the FOC IT support and FOC domain admin has a right to view the password. Now our next step is to install the client-side extension. So far we have extended the schema, set up the admin permission. Now we are going to install or configure the group policies. Step number 5. So in order to do that, you need to create a new group policy in order to install or push the software. To do that, you need to create a shared folder, which I have already created in the C drive, and enable the sharing. Advanced, share this folder and set the permission, everyone. And in the security, only the authenticated users. Creator, owner, administrator, and for sake of argument, just apply everyone. Otherwise, here you can specify the authenticated users as well. So once it is done, now open group policy. Group policy management. Now we need to create it. Expand these group policies and create a new policy here. And our policy name, which I have already specified here. Labs dash client for software installation. Right now it is not linked with let me remove it first. And enhance security. Let's turn it off, otherwise it will keep asking us to add it. Okay. The second policy is labs policy. This is where you are going to specify the password policy, and this is where you are going to specify how you wanted to push your labs client. So in order to do that, this is the path which you need to follow for the software installation. Computer configuration policy, software setting. Edit this client. Computer configuration policy, software setting, and install software. Right click on it, new package. And from here, you need to access it through OCAD. This is the shared folder, but instead of giving localhost, we need to specify the host name. And this is FOCDC. It should be accessible through FOCDC. Otherwise, we can use the host name IP address as well. Okay, so it is accessible. So just type backslash and it will show you the complete path. Just copy it and paste it here. Till here and double click on it and click on assign. So this is the software which we are going to install on our file server and Windows 10 machine. So once it is done, close it and link it with client and server as well. In order to do that, right click on the client, link an existing GPU, and this is labs client. But prior to that, let us specify the policy as well. Edit the policy, and this is the path for the policy: computer configuration, administrative template, and labs. Computer configuration, policies, administrative template, and labs. So labs will not be available until you install the labs software here, right? So now we need to specify enable local account password management. Double click on it, click enable, apply. Okay. So now password setting, enable. Here you can specify the password length and the age of this password, how frequently you wanted to change the local account password. It's up to you. You can go ahead with 1 day, 15 days, 30 days, 90 days. It's up to you. Maximum is 365 days. So I'll leave it default with 14 character. So these 14 character will be large letter, small letter, number, and special characters. You can change the policy here as well. But this is the complex password, so we'll leave it as it is. Name of the administrator account. If you want to rename the local administrator account like FOC admin, the default administrator account will rename with FOC admin. Normally, the attacker know that the default username is administrator, but if you want to rename it, you can specify the policy here. So it will rename to FOC admin, but For now, for demo purpose, I will leave it with the default. I will not change it. And do not allow password expiry time longer than the required. So we have specified like after 30 days the password should expire and it generate a new password. So we have specified the policy here. So that's it from this side. Just close it and link these policies with both systems, both OUs. Client policy, server policy, and here link to the existing client and server. So once these policies has been applied, so what we will do, I will close it, run cmd gp update/force. So now what I'm going to do is I will restart these machines so that you can see when the software is going to install or not. Right click on it, power and restart best. Likewise for client, power, restart best. The reason I'm restarting from the console is so once it is reboot, you can see the firewall policies being applied from this side. It will install the softwares and and apply the policy as well during the reboot process. Otherwise, the other way is you can open the command prompt. You can see applying computer policies. So it is, let me try to log in with the local administrator account. If policy is not applied, it will allow me to log in with the default credentials. If it did not work, we can force them by using the group policy command. Policy is not applied, so let's me try another way. Let's wait for it. If it should show applying group policy and the labs tool should be installed. If it didn't work, then we, we will install it forcefully. So just open group policy management and group policy update. We can also push it from here. So it failed. Let me try on the client side. Remote procedure call error. Hmm. We log in with domain credentials, and then later on we will try to log in with run as administrator. This is my domain administrator. Now I will run gp update slash force. If the policy is applied correctly, it should ask me to install the software, but it is not asking. Let me have a look if it is already installed or not. Lab is already installed. So let me have a look here as well. I should show you earlier before the installation, but here, as you can see, Labs tool is not installed. So let me try here. As Labs tool is not installed, so it should ask me to install the software. Yes, it is asking software installation. So just press Y and it will sign you out from here and install the labs in the next reboot. So meanwhile, what we will do is we will try to log in on try to log in. Let's log into this machine. Now Active Directory with the admin rights. Mm, Click on Labs UI. So let's test if our Labs is working fine. Here we go. As you can see, the new password has been generated. If we try with client 10, as the software is not installed, so it is not showing anything here. So once the software is installed on the client machine after the reboot, then we should be able to see. Let's see if it is showing something here. It should show like the group policy is applying and the labs tool is installed like this. So let's wait. Nope. So let's me log in on this. Let's see if labs is installed here. Now, as we have verified the labs is installed here, so let's sign out and let me try to log in. Let me get the password here. Just copy it and let me try to log in with the local credentials. Okay, go on files. As you can see, earlier I was able to log in, but now it is not. Let me paste the password, and this is the randomly generated password, and click OK. It should work. Yes, here we go. Now I am able to log in with local administrator with secure password with this one. So let's try with Windows client machine as well. So as you can see, the Windows is logged in. Let's verify if the software is installed or not. So Labs tool is installed on Windows 10 machine as well. So let me sign out and try to log in with local administrator password, which I have specified manually during the installation. It should not work, but let's try. It should not work ideally, but it is giving me a welcome screen, which is really strange. Oh, hmm. Hmm. Okay, let me try through the remote connection. It means the password is not yet generated. So let's check client 10. Yes, password is not yet generated yet. So it will take couple of minutes. So once the password is generated, you should be able to see from here as well. So there is another way to verify the password. For that, you need to again log in on Windows PowerShell and type this command. This is the file server, is your server name. Hit enter, and this is the password in clear text which you can use to log in on your servers. So for client, and if the password is generated, you should be seeing. Right now, the password is not yet generated, but it will be generated in couple of minutes. Then you will be able to see the password, and you can use the same credential to log in on Windows 10 as well. Right. So this is how you can configure labs, and you can test your applied policies. So this is it for now. Thanks for watching.